Hi guys, do you remember when Donald Trump made that horrible statement about very fine people on both sides of a far-right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017? Well, a British conservative commentator pushed a very similar narrative when he was invited to speak about the pro-Palestinian protests taking place in London over Remembrance Weekend. There is the potential for violence as many groups have been encouraged to turn up to quote-unquote protect veterans and the cenotaph. Benedict Spence here said that the real danger comes from the far right, but
marches taking place, some from the far right, and the Mirror just really reporting on some messages that have been going round chat groups, posted on football hooligan chat groups. They've got yobs planning to attack demonstrators in London, calling for a Gaza ceasefire, including discussions on how to ambush protesters, some posts calling Muslims vermin and scum.
I think, as I said, this is why there does need to be a very large police presence, because people need to be reassured that, splinter groups, that counter-protesters, that people within the main protest itself who misbehaves will be dealt with, and that ordinary people who want to protest are kept safe. But I think that we need to remember it's very easy to sort of just go in two-footed on the senseless, the football hooligans, the this, the that. The real danger comes from the far right, which unquestionably there is a danger. But this wouldn't be happening, actually, if there hadn't been rather a worrying amount, I think, of xenophobia and racism and violence, actually, at these marches. And again, let's be clear, not the majority of people by any stretch.
What? For a moment, I thought he was going to talk about xenophobia and racism from the far right and from the far right within the Conservative Party, including the Home Secretary, Suella Braverman. But no, it's within the protest, within the march itself. So he's blaming the marchers for attracting the far right and not, it seems, criticising the Home Secretary for not stepping in and saying the far right should not turn up, the far right should not be anywhere near London. People have the right to protest, and the police have the right to allow the protest to go ahead. But Suella Braverman has been extremely quiet over this. She has not stepped in and said the police need to be respected, the people protesting need to have the right to protest respected, and the far right should stay as far away as possible. No, because she wants these people to turn up, it seems. She's happy to see violence because this allows her to benefit from that, to criticize the protesters, not the far right. She doesn't care about those people. She doesn't care about what they get up to, because she needs them. My God, this guy is like blaming, it seems, the protesters for attracting the far right. Well, it's their fault if the far right turn up and cause these problems, because they have been pushing racism and xenophobia and stuff like this. This is insane. Blaming the victim here. The people protesting are protesting about what's happening in Gaza. What's happening to the people of Gaza. They want a ceasefire. You can agree with them or you can disagree with them. But to, in a sense, justify the far right turning up, and as was pointed out in this clip, they're sharing messages about how to ambush protesters, how to engage in violence. And very little criticism of those people. Yes, they are a threat, but this is insane. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.